Well, my work experience prior to my current internship is not in communication, but I've had one. And I'm currently at one internship right now. It's at NBC4 in Washington. I'm a local news intern, and there I'm involved in the News 4 newsroom. I go out with reporters, help write my own stories. I shoot and edit my own stories. I help out the assignment desk and help just in general around the station and help people there. I'm not on the listserv. However, I know I've heard of it, but I just haven't gotten on it. And especially in my line of work, since I would like to be a news reporter and down the line an anchor, I find a lot of times the people that are actually providing these internships, like television stations and radio stations, a lot of times they're not necessarily put on like listservs and stuff like that. A lot of times it's like private companies. So we actually had a professor here at George Mason University. She's a reporter at Channel 4. Her name is Jane Wattrell. She taught Com 353 broadcast journalism, and I spoke with her about internships, and she kind of pointed me in the right direction. So I feel although in this case, in the internships, the listserv, in my case, it might not be the best place to look, although for other places, other people, it's perfect. The faculty here is really great because they work in the business. A lot of them actually work in the industry, and they know the right people to contact. I actually looked for the internships myself. I applied to the major TV stations like Channel 4, 5, 7, and 9. They actually have their own internship pages and contacts on there. And I basically just sent them an email, with my resume and a cover letter, and basically said, I'd like to have a summer internship, a spring internship at your station. And I reported here at Broadside at George Mason, so I have some experience reporting, so I guess that helped. I'd really like to start out at the local level because I feel that's where, at least in my line of work, you get to report on things that are like really relevant and really interesting and everything. Yes, well, for reporting, there are two classes. Like I mentioned, Com 353, which is broadcast journalism. That's a very good class because basically what you do in there is you actually write your own news stories. You have a short time to do it. You have like 15 minutes to do it, and then the professor, of course, will go over it. But that helped me so much because it's basically what I will be doing in the real world as a reporter. Another class I had that was great was Com 434, which is interviewing. It's really good because it teaches you different styles of interviewing, and it's really helpful, especially as a journalist, because there's a whole section in that just dedicated to a journalist interview. So. Well, I feel that although I feel they're doing a good job with the internship class, and it's given me a great opportunity in the field to especially see what I'd like to do in my future. I feel that they could maybe have more internship classes available at different times, because sometimes our internship class is late at night and I have to really get up the next morning really early for my internship, and that provides, although we don't meet every week like a traditional class, it presents some problems because of scheduling. But I feel that they should also advertise the internships more. I understand they have the listserv and they have the bulletin board at the comm department and the website, but I think they should maybe post posters around the school, because a lot of people, especially in communication, they probably don't even think of getting an internship because they don't hear about it unless they really look for it online. Well, I think it really depends on on your field. Like some majors, a lot of it will overlap, like business. If you're business, you could do some PR, some human resources, and it might help you in business. But I think in my situation, since I'm focused exactly what I like to do, although it wouldn't hurt me, I think I'd be more preferred doing something like in broadcasting or something that I could apply directly. Although I will say, having an internship maybe like in a PR or something, it will probably definitely help me. I would suggest for students, even though in my situation I found the internship on my own through their own website, a lot of companies they might not necessarily have an internship page on the website. Like I was looking at WTOP, the radio station, and I couldn't find an actual internship page, and also the same thing for the local newspaper in Prince William County, the News Messenger where I live, and so even though in some situations you could be probably faster just to go directly to the source, I would also suggest going through the resources that the comm department has, because they're there to help you, and you might find an internship that way.